Hi everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Microbial Life IWM. My name is Abhijit Haldar. In this video series, we will discuss about different types of bacteria, virus, protozoa and other different microorganisms which are responsible for different deadly diseases on human beings, animals and plants. And also we will going to discuss some different microorganism which is beneficial for us. So in this video series we will only give you brief idea. Later on we will discuss elaborately on each topic. Okay, so today's topic is Clostridium. Now I am going to give you some basic introduction of Clostridium. Clostridium is a genus of gram-positive bacteria. This genus includes several significant human pathogens and including the causative agent of botulism and tetanus. This genus formerly include an important cause of diarrhea. Difficile, which was separated after 16 sRNA analysis. Some species classified under the genus Clostridium include Clostridium difficile, Clostridium leptam, Clostridium sporogenes, Clostridium perfringens and so on. Now we will discuss about toxins. There are 4 different toxins are there in Clostridium. Number 1 is neurotoxins. Number 2 is Bionate. Bionate full form is botulinum toxin. Number 3 is TENT. TENT stands for tetanus toxin, and the last one is enterotoxin. Okay, now we will discuss about pathogenesis. Toxin mediate the Clostridial histotoxic syndrome. Toxins are biologically active proteins that are antigenic and capable of neutralization by specific antisera perfringers and produce 4 major lethal toxins based on which it is classified into serological type classified A to A. Additional virulence factor include enterotoxin, hemerolysins and so on. The role of Clostridia in the pathogenesis of polymicrobial infection is unclear till now. Clostridium perfringens is the most common clinical isolate of the genus. It is a unicutous bacterium associated with several exotoxin mediated clinical disease. There are 12 recognized toxins and the species divided into type A through type E on the basis of spectrum toxin produced and the disease syndrome caused by Clostridium perfringens are food poison, and gas gangrene, etc. Now we will talk about clinical manifestation. Now we will discuss about clinical manifestation. Infection caused by this organism range from a variety of localized wound contamination to overwhelming systematic disease. Clostridial histotoxic syndrome are mediated by toxin and include soft tissue infection such as gas gangrene caused by Clostridium perfringens, enteric disease caused such as clostridial food poisoning, antibiotic association qualities caused by Clostridium difficile discussed elsewhere, and neutropenic enterocolitis caused by Clostridium specticum, and neurological systems such as tetanus and botulism both discussed elsewhere. Clostridium septicum can cause spontaneous and non-traumatic gas gangrene, and Clostridium sordeli can induce gas gangrene of the uterus. As Clostridium of spontaneous absorption, normal vaginal delivery, and traumatic injury. Okay. Clostridial bacteremia account for clinical significant anaerobic bacteremia second only to bacterious species. Clostridia are also often isolated from polymicrobial intra-abdominal biliary pulmonary central nervous system and skin and soft tissue infection. It causes this kind of infections. Now we will discuss about laboratory diagnostic. Isolation of Clostridia from wound, pus, blood or feces, also along with toxin and serological assay aid in the diagnostic of clostridial infection. The significance of Clostridia in polymicrobial isolate is unknown. Okay, so clinical diagnostic is very special important in infections such as gas gangrene, in which demonstration of Clostridial is critical in the diagnostic. Now we will discuss about suspectability. Clostridium perfringens as well as the most other Clostridium species are generally but not only universal susceptible to penicillin G, amoxicillin, ticagrelin, cefuroxime, cefoxitin, and third generation of chloramphenicol, macrolides, meropenem, metronidazole, and combination of penicillin and beta lactamase inhibitor. Other species of Clostridium, we will now discuss about other species of Clostridium. With some exception, strain of Clostridium have found to express resistance by one or more of the beta lactamase. Beta lactamase produce Clostridium species express enzymes that are generally inhibited by clavonic acid, rifampin, and chloramphenicol occasionally lack bactericidal activity against Clostridium perfringens. Now, there are increasing resistance of Clostridium species as well as the other Clostridia to antimicrobial Ramosum inocum show increased resistance to penicillin 16 to 70%. They can resist the penicillin. They let me erase the topic's name here and right now here. They can resist penicillin up to 16 to 57%. As I am writing on the screen through my finger, so the handwriting is not perfect, so please manage it. And later on there is another topic is yes, they can resist the phagocytic to up to 22 to 48%. Okay, and they can resist the cephalosporin up to 20%. They can resist the clindamycin up to 5 to 50%, and they can also resist the metronidazole medicine up to 11 to 12%. They can resist these things up to this sort of percentage. Now we will talk about the vaccination or the vaccine for these deadly diseases. So there are no current vaccine available for this bacteria. This bacteria cause some deadly diseases, but there is no vaccination has been discovered till yet. But a polyvalent vaccine against Clostridium histolyticum, Clostridium novae, Clostridium spectrum and Clostridium perfringens was developed in 1930. Okay, in 1930, polyvalent vaccine was developed. Okay, because the toxin alpha toxin from C. perfringens was low titers of anti-alpha toxin antibody, this approach was abundant were excellent. However, several recent studies demonstrated the active of immunization with crude toxic preparation was protective in the experimental infections. Okay, so I think you will understand the topic, and in the description box I will give you the notes, all the notes about Clostridium. I will give you the brief introduction, pathogenesis, toxin, clinical manifestation, laboratory diagnostic, other species of Clostridium and vaccine. In the description box I will give you the notes. If you want, you can check it. And another one thing I would like to mention that if you guys want, you can join in our Telegram or WhatsApp group for latest information of or some latest notes we have updated on different kinds of life science, paramedical science and medical science. So my name is Avijit Haldar. My qualification is on the description box. You can have a look. So thank you for watching our video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel Microbial Life IWM. We will join you very soon with another interesting topic of microorganism. Thank you so much.